Hey, Michelle,
Yes, what is it, Barack?
how can you look at cells?
Well, most cells are so small you need to use a microscope to look at them.
Well, what parts of the cell could I see if I used a microscope?
Well, it depends on if you are looking at a plant or an animal cell.
You mean there are different kinds of cells?
Don't be a dummy, of course there are different kinds of cells. Plant cells will have a cell wall, chloroplast, and a large vacuole. Animal cells do not have cell walls or chloroplasts, and their vacuoles are much smaller.
Are those the only parts of the cells?
No, dear, all cells have a nucleus, cell membrane, and organelles in the cytoplasm. The nucleus acts as the control center of the cell and controls all the processes that go on in a cell. But plant cells have chloroplasts that are used to make sugar by photosynthesis. This means they can make their own food. Animal cells cannot make their own food. They need the food that plants make to survive.
Well, if animal cells can't make their own food, then how can they get food to live?
Have you never heard about the process of osmosis?
Sure I have, but Osmosis Jones is not one of my favorite Chris Rock movies.
How many crashes have you been in? Never mind. Osmosis, dear, is a process of diffusion where water and oxygen can pass through the cell membrane in and out of the cell. It is a type of passive transport. No energy is needed to move it through the membrane.
Okay, smarty pants, but what about food?
Well, food uses a different kind of transport, called active transport. This is where the cell needs to use energy to move things in and out of the cell.
So they need energy to get energy? Seems like a waste of good energy to me.
Exactly. That reminds me of someone I know.